We met in 2005?
2005, February.
Was it? Right,
Yeah.
February. Okay.
In a tiny little cafe in Glasgow, where Nigel lived then, called Cafe Kossachok.
It was like a youth club, really. We were very, very young.
Yes. And Nigel was the resident guitarist at that cafe, and the owner asked me to come and play with Roy and make a performance there. And I'd never met Nigel, so it was a bit of a new experience for us. Was it any good?
It was good, and we realised we could make it work. Take it on the road.
Yeah, we kind of... It took a year or something before we started touring.
Yeah, but we thought it was worth touring with.
Yeah. Was it?
Did you?
Yeah,
Nigel?
I suppose so, yes.
Yeah.
The interaction within the trio is something of a mystery to all of us. But
Telepathy, I would call it.
yeah, people think it's telepathic, but
It is.
Well, I suppose
Come on.
it is. Yes, it's sort of weird things happen when we
Yeah.
play.
There's a lot of intuition.
But the music itself can be from any style, as long as it's a strong musical structure to enable us to do our improvisations. And people sometimes think that improvising is just making it up from nothing. But of course, it's not really that at all. You have to have very strong musical structures. So
We have
we
rules and a grammar. We have a language that we talk together in,
Exactly, yes.
musically.
But that doesn't happen in only the improvised traditional styles like jazz or like Indian classical music. We could improvise in... we like to try and improvise in every style, from folk music to
Including classical music.
opera.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
The good thing about Vivaldi's Four Seasons is it's such a famous piece of music
Yeah.
that everybody thinks that they know it, because there are the famous motifs all the way through it, which are fantastic. So for us, that becomes linking motifs throughout the music, but it means that we can go in a lot of different directions between those
And make surprises.
markers. Exactly, yes.
Give people a surprise, so there's something they know and recognize, and then suddenly we go left musically, or we go right, and people have a surprise. And
But they're able to go with us on the journey because
Yes.
they've got a picture in their head or
Yeah.
a sound in their head of where they expected
That's
the
true.
music to go, and they can follow it.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a very good vehicle for the kind of thing that we like to do.
I particularly like the first movement of Summer, because it's very, very groovy, very danceable, and it uses a motif that Vivaldi wrote, but we have a different rhythmic feeling to it, and the orchestra play a fantastic funk solo in it, but it's also linked to Vivaldi's own music, so it's very much the dance tradition that, of course, Vivaldi also had in his music, very rhythmic way of playing. He kind of put that in the music already. We just bring it out in a slightly different, more sort of contemporary way. So when we were looking for an orchestra to record with, we had already agreed with an orchestra in South Africa, in Cape Town, called the Stellenbosch Camerata, to perform this piece in the coming year. And so I thought, well, maybe we can ask them to record, and we can go there in June, and then we can have a lovely experience. We can go and see
Go swimming.
bisons and penguins and things, make some good music, and then come back. But we'd forgotten that June is the month where it's winter in South Africa. So the seasons have become a bit jumbled up in our head now.
Yeah.
But the orchestra are fantastic. They were very, from the start, they were very energetic. They're a very young orchestra. And we had an instant click, so we're really looking forward to going and doing that with them live.
They were fantastic.
Yeah.